What's up, everybody? This is Hades from Team Kaiju Thunder. Today I'm coming to you with the Odd Eyes Performable Magician deck profile. And I worked on this a while. And this does not use Odd Eyes Fusion. Instead, it's using a different card in place of Odd Eyes Fusion, which I like a lot more, in my opinion. Don't know about you guys' opinions, but anyway, instead of holding you guys off, I'll just let you guys see. Let's get into the deck profile. First, we have 3 Performapal Pendulum Sorcerer. When this card is special summoned, you can target 2 cards you control, blow them, destroy them. Then add up to 2. Then you can add performable monsters to your hand equal to the monsters destroyed. So, let's just say you end up pendulum summon both of these guys. You blow up these 2. You get 2 performable monsters to add to your hand. Now, say if you blow this card up and say one of your set cards, you only get 1. There are 2 scale. Also, it's pendulum effect. When a Performapal monster is pendulum summoned this turn, all Performapal monsters gain 1,000 attack. Next, we have 3 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. When this card deals damage to your opponent through battle by an opponent's monster, deals double damage. When this card is in your pendulum, it has 2 effects. The first effect is at the end phase of this turn, you can destroy this card, add 1 pendulum monster with 1,500 attack or less. And its second effect, if it's still in the pendulum scale, basically says if a pendulum monster deals you damage, you can make that damage 0. Next, we have 3 Dragon Pit Magician. If there is a Magician card in your other pendulum zone, you can discard 1 pendulum monster in your hand to destroy 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls. And he's a level 7 with a 2,700 defense. For 2 ofs, and that's all for 3 ofs, we only have 1 card that's a 2 of, and that's 2 Oak Dragons. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can target 1 Odd Eyes or Magician monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. When this card's in your pendulum zone, if you have another Magician monster in your pendulum zone, you can target 1 Odd Eyes or 1 Magician monster from the top of your extra deck and add it to your hand. For 1-ofs, so there's a lot of 1-ofs actually. We start off with 1 Skullcrow Bat Joker, 1 Luster Pendulum the Draco Slayer. If you don't know what Skullcrow Bat Joker is, it's mainly for his monster effect. When this card is normal summoned, you can add 1 Odd Eyes or 1 Performapal monster from your deck to your hand. 1 Monkey Board. You can add 1 Performapal monster from your deck to your hand when activated into the pendulum zone this turn, which I like a lot. 1 Wisdom Eye. If there's another Magician card or Performapal monster in your other pendulum zone, you can destroy this card to activate from your deck 1 Pendulum Magician monster. 1 Kirin. You can target this card and 1 monster your opponent controls, add them both to the hand. Well, you can target 1 Pendulum monster, 1 card your opponent controls, add them to the hand. 1 Get Turtle. When a Performapal card is activated in the other pendulum zone, draw a card. And I actually skipped over other cards that are 2 of, sorry. We'll get back to this. 1 Dragon Pulse. When a Magician monster is in your other pendulum scale, discard 1 pendulum monster, destroy 1 monster your opponent controls. Once per turn. 1 Trump Girl. She basically takes place of my Odd Eyes Fusion. Using her effect, you target this card or 1 card that is needed for the fusion of a fusion summon of an Odd Eyes, a fusion summon, and then fusion summon them. So her plus an Odd Eyes card equals Vortex Dragon, and so forth. 1 Performapal Silver Claw. I use him for his attacking effect. In the pendulum zone, all Performapal monsters gain 300 attack. When this card in monster zone, when this card attacks, all Performapal monsters gain 300 attack to the end of the battle phase. 1 Performable Odd Eyes Light Phoenix. You can tribute this card. Target 1 Performapal monster you control and gains 1,000 attack. And I don't care much for its pendulum effect. And for the 2 ofs, which I forgot, are 2 Performapal Odd Eyes Unicorn. When an Odd Eyes monster you control attacks, you can target 1 Performapal monster and it gains that much attack. pendulum effect, monster effect. When this card is normal summoned or a special summon, you can target one Performapal monster in your graveyard. You gain life points equal to that monster. And then 2 Lizard Draw. Lizard Draw's effect in the Pendulum Zone. If you have another Performapal monster in your other Pendulum Zone, you can destroy this card to draw 1 card. While this card as a monster. If another Performapal monster you control is destroyed by battle or by a card effect, you can draw cards equal to the number of Performapal monsters you currently control. And that's it for the monsters. Next, we have our spells. 3 Pendulum Call. Discard 1 card. Add 2 Magician monsters from your deck to your hand with different names. 2 Twin Twister. We all know what that does, but in case you don't, for some lord reason, you can discard 1 card, target 2 cards your opponent set, spell traps your opponent controls. Well, don't have to be set. 2 spell traps your opponent controls, destroy them. 2 Sky Iris. You could blow up 1 card a face-up card you control to add 1 odd ice card from your deck to your hand. You can only use the effect of this once per turn. 2 Terraforming, search those, and 1 Upstart Goblin for draw power, because we can't have nice things. Fuck you, Karami. And for traps, we have 3 Solemn Strike. This card basically says if a monster would be special summoned or a monster effect would be activated, pay 1,500 life points to negate the effect and destroy it. Or negate the summon in the case. So, 1 Soul Warning and 1 Bottomless. And that's it for the main board, guys. Now for the extra deck. We have 2 Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. When this card is special fusion summoned, you can target 1 card your opponent controls. Well, 1 face-up card your opponent controls. I think it's monster specifically, and put it back to their hand. Once per turn, if a card effect is activated, you can shuffle 1 Pendulum monster from your extra deck that's face up into the deck. Then negate the effect and destroy that card. 2 Odd Eyes Absolute. This card's cool too because he can get out Vortex as well. Okay. It basically says if a monster attacks, you can attach a material from this card. Special summon 1 Odd Eyes card from your graveyard. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Odd Eyes card in your extra deck and special summon it to your side of the field. 1 Majester Paladin that searches for our Pendulum monsters if we need it. 1 Odd Eyes Meteor Breast Dragon basically says you cannot activate card effects during the battle phase. 1 Constellar M7. It's a rank 6. You can target 1 card in your graveyard or on the field and add it back to the player's hand. 1 number 11 Big Eye for taking monsters. 1 Ignis or Prominence. You can special summon a Luster Dragon from your deck, or which in this case not Luster Dragon, 1 Draco Slayer, but I don't in this build that doesn't matter. I love his other effect, which once per turn you can destroy 1 Pendulum card you control and shuffle and target 1 card your opponent controls, and I think it shuffles it back into the deck. Yeah, and shuffle it back into the deck. Any card on that field back into the deck. That's cool. 1 Utopia Beyond. When this, I don't go into this card often, so excuse me for having to read this effect. When this card is summoned, XYZ summoned, the attack of all monsters your opponent controls becomes 0. Once per turn, you can attach 1 material from this card and target 1 face-up XYZ monster I control, which I don't care for, but I love his effect when he's XYZ summoned, which is why I have the oaths in here. All monsters your opponent controls become 0 attack. I came up with this idea after seeing my friend use it, and he actually OTK'd me because of this card running over all my monsters with Odd Eyes, and I was like, stop the madness. Okay, anyway, 1 Castell, 1 Dinosaur, 1 Trampese Magician, 1 Rebellion, and 1 Nerdito, the Morale Leader. When 2 level 6 Spellcasters, again, that's why I have oaths in here. When a spell or trap, once per turn, when a spell or trap card is activated, detach 1 material from this card, negate that card, and destroy it. Anyway, guys, this has been my Performapal Odd Eyes Magician deck profile. Hope you guys enjoy it. Like, rate, subscribe, and comment. This has been Hades, and I'm out.